Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Paul Healy, Executive Director of the Pennsylvania Principals Association, and we're recording President-elect candidate videos for our members to view prior to the voting. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to Mike Allison, and Mike is going to take a few seconds to give us his background. Mike?
Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm the principal at Hopewell High School in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. I've been here for 20 years. The first year and a half, I served as assistant principal, and 18 and a half years as a principal at the high school. I'm a 20-year member of the Pennsylvania Principals Association. 2007, I served as the president of PAESSP. I did 15 years on, about 12 years on their board of directors, and I also served on the NASSP board of directors and as national president of the National Association of Secondary School Principals in 2015-16.
Okay, thank you, Mike. All candidates will be answering the same 3 questions. There's a 5-minute time limit, and we'll be giving a 1-minute warning when we're close to that time. So, Mike, the first question is, what strengths do you bring to the position, and what in your professional journey qualifies you for leading and supporting principals across the Commonwealth?
Thank you, Paul. Having served as a 20-year principal and a former PAESSP and NASSP president, I know the importance of strong leadership in creating and shaping association success. It's been my blessing to have had the opportunity to serve principals throughout my career. There is nothing in the world that can substitute for my experiences as serving as national president. I've had the opportunity to build and develop a thorough understanding of board dynamics and what it takes to make a successful association. I had the opportunity to speak with principals across the nation, present breakout sessions on school culture, and participate with state association leaders at approximately 30 state conferences during my term as NASSP president. I also visited about 38 states in total for various NASSP programs. I also had the opportunity to attend the Life Touch Memory Mission as a representative of NASSP and to participate in the Global Education Summit through Education First held in Davos, Switzerland in the summer of 2015. Further, I've had the opportunity to lead a delegation of United States principals to China for the Great Leaders Summit, where we visited 5 major Chinese cities and led professional development for Chinese principals, but also with Chinese principals. We worked with about 5,000 Chinese principals over 25 hot, steamy days 2 summers ago. I have served on the state and national conference committees and thoroughly understand the challenges of organizing and leading a quality conference experience for our membership. In regards to my other strengths and experience, I have led advocacy initiatives at both the state and federal level. With over 15 years of demonstrated and committed advocacy work, leading not only our Pennsylvania Principals Board, but also the NASSP Board at national leaders conferences and numerous trips to visit congressional leaders in Washington. I've also met directly with former U.S. Department of Ed Secretaries Arne Duncan and Deborah Delisle, and had the opportunity to work with the National Principals of the Year program and Teach to Lead programs at the U.S. Department of Ed. Further, I've built relationships with congressional leaders and their staffs in Harrisburg and Washington. Particularly, Senator Casey and his staff have been receptive to the concerns of principals. I worked closely with Congressman Jason Altmaier and current Congressman Keith Rothfuss in discussing ed policy and the impact on us as school leaders. I've also had the opportunity to meet President Obama through the United States Senate Youth Forum and to also discuss principal leadership with former Senator Hillary Clinton and with current Senators Lamar Alexander and Al Franken. I also represented Pennsylvania at the White House Conference for Pennsylvania Educational Leaders, where I was the PAESSP representative. This familiarity with advocacy and facilitating our voice is really important because I believe principals' voices need to be heard by legislators as well as the Department of Ed so that they can understand the challenges and realities that we face on a daily basis. I've also participated in numerous other initiatives with PAESSP, NAESP, and NASSP over the years, and I know the value of putting our voice and experience into the hand of those charged with legislative decision-making. Our congressional leaders have to know what we do in school, what happens in real schools with real students, real teachers, and real principals. Also, as a 20-year principal and longtime association leader, I have a solid understanding of the needs and concerns of principals at all levels. As elementary, middle level, and high school principals, you need to know that your association is here for you. When you have a legal issue, if you have a question, if you have a concern about practice, or if you need guidance, you should be able to turn to your association. And I understand how important this is to our members, and know that the Pennsylvania Principals Association has these procedures and systems in place to support you. But we can do a better job, and we always need to work to inform, guide, and lead our principals proactively. Finally, in regard to the Pennsylvania Principal Association publications and professional development programs, I believe they're currently high quality. I've also written for Pennsylvania Administrator. I've been published in Principal Leadership and even had an op-ed published in Education Week. I've been interviewed about school dress codes, the principalship, and supporting transgendered students by the AP, National Public Radio, and other national publications. Working with NASSP has allowed me to build tremendous skills as a speaker, a leader, and as a presenter. And I'm blessed to have had that opportunity. Finally, I'd just like to say that Wallace Foundation research clearly shows that principal leadership is a primary factor in creating student success, and your leadership matters every day to every student. Principal leadership matters, principals matter, you matter, and I want to truly be a part of the support that you need. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, thank you, Mike. We actually used all of our time already, but you covered actually some of the aspects of the other two questions in your response to that one. I do want to point out to all of our members, we encourage you to vote when the voting occurs. And as I said, please look at all of the candidates' videos as well. Mike, on behalf of the Board of Directors and all of our members, we appreciate your ongoing support and dedication to the Pennsylvania Principals Association. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Paul. You have a great association, and I'm always honored to be a part of it.
Thanks, Mike.